Welcome back to Marketing Gems. So this week I wanted to highlight some of the common mistakes people are making on their websites. It still amazes me that in today's digital world that nearly half of businesses don't have a website. And for those that do have a website for their business, they're making some common mistakes. So for this week's Marketing Gems, I want to highlight some of those common mistakes to help you avoid making them for your own business. Now, this is a topic that is really popular if you talk to web developers, designers, and marketers like myself. So you'll imagine there's tons and tons of information out there about this, but most of it is based on the technical errors that you might be making with your website. So today I only want to highlight those kind of mistakes that you might be making that are fully in your control or should be. So it's a kind of a checkpoint for you as well to make sure you actually have the ownership of your website. So if there are any website experts watching this video, or if you've read the blog and you want to tell me what you think are the top 3 things that most common mistakes that people make on their website, do comment below or get in touch with me. Find me on Twitter, some call me Gem, or find my Marketing Gems Facebook page. So for now, let me just get into it. This is my take on the common mistakes that business owners make with their websites. My first point is that businesses forget the point. So why does your business need a website? And what do you want customers to do once they land on your website? What is the call to action? If your website's designed to drive sales, then what's the buying process? And can the customer get to that buying process on every single page of your website? And have you checked it works on mobile? These really small details matter when you consider how many people use their mobile to browse online. So have a look at whether you've got a phone number, an email, a form, a link to a shopping basket, whatever your buying process might be. If your website is designed to drive sales, then make it really easy for your customer to find those links or how to get in touch with you. So having a website is great. It's your digital door to the outside world. It's your online brochure. But having a website that's all about you and not about the customer is pretty pointless. So don't forget the point of your website. My second point might sound a little bit corporate, but a lot of companies or a lot of self-employed business owners make the mistake of not being on brand. Now, not being on brand does sound very corporate, and it sounds like something that only a proper company would do. But in fact, it's something that every business should do. It helps you be memorable. It helps you build up brand awareness, brand recognition, and it helps you look professional. If you're using one font on your social media posts and a different one on your website, and you're using multiple colours all over the place, and there's no signature colour to your brand's essence, then how are you going to get your customers to remember who you are? So think about it. Think about, are you on brand in everything that you do, and check your website. And the best way to make sure that you are on brand in everything that you do for your business and all of your marketing is to create brand guidelines. And I'll be talking more on that later this month in the rest of Marketing Gems. So for my third point, I have absolutely lost count how many self-employed logos I've seen on websites, on social media that are pixelated. Now that's unforgivable in today's digital world. There are so many ways that you can create logos. So if you're not a graphic designer and you've, podged something together somehow, then forget that. Use Fiverr.com, use People Per Hour. You can create a logo, get a designer to create a logo for next to nothing. So ask for high res, ask for a PNG. That's a logo saved with no background, so then you can easily transpose your logo on top of other graphics for social media. So high res PNG, get it sorted. Don't have a pixelated logo, don't have pixelated photos. There's plenty of free royalty-free photos out there that you can use, so there's just no excuse anymore. So along with the pixelated photos, the other thing I want to talk about is spelling and grammar. Now, even the most literate people can make mistakes speaking and obviously writing, and grammar errors, and that is forgivable because we're all in a rush these days. However, there are tools out there to help you with that. So go and Google Grammarly. Grammarly is one of the best tools that I've come across. If you use Chrome as a web browser, you can download it as an extension. It'll automatically check your work, underline where you've got mistakes, and give you suggestions for improvements. Great tool. There are other examples out there, so do have a look. But there's simply, you know, those kind of things, those errors, they're forgivable, but you shouldn't be making them, especially not on your website. Get someone to proofread it, if nothing else. My final tip leads back to that first point. So you remember when I talked about your website, you creating a website and forgetting the point of your website? Well, if you're doing a lot of marketing activity, how do you know what's working? A lot of the time, your marketing tactics, such as social media, you're actually driving traffic back to your website. If you haven't got Google Analytics installed on your website, how the hell are you going to track what's working? If you haven't got Google Analytics, this is a big mistake. A lot of people have Google Analytics, but then don't actually do anything with the analytics. But I'll talk more on that in another Marketing Gems because that's a whole other topic. But for now, make sure your web developer, or if you're a little bit techie yourself, get Google Analytics installed on your website. It's a free tool. You copy some code, you get it in the back end of your website. It tracks everything. You'll be able to see how many people are coming to your website, how long they're staying, where they're coming in, where they're coming from, and what they're downloading. All sorts of data that you can glean from a free tool, Google Analytics. So get it on there. So, any of these common mistakes familiar? Do you think you're falling into a pitfall already? Do let me know. Come and share your thoughts. Find me on Twitter, some call me Gem, and find me on Facebook under Marketing Gems. So that's it for this week. Join me next time, and thank you for watching.